also, on recent programs, we've shown you this. It's the outrageous price of gasoline at the only gas station in Mendocino, California, $6.74. Okay, that is just one station, $6.74. Outrageous. Overall, though, Californians are still paying an average price for regular of $4.39, way above the price just about any place else. GasBuddy's Patrick Haan joins us this morning. Why is gas so much more expensive in California?
Well, Stuart, you just layer all the bureaucracy together, the taxes, the cap and trade, which is basically a carbon management program, special types of gasoline where the rest of the U.S. is back to winter gasoline. California is still requiring the more expensive California mandated gasoline for at least another month, in some cases up to the end of October. So all of that put together leads to what you're seeing. Nobody comes close to California, as you mentioned, $4.39 a gallon. Hawaii is just on the cusp of $4. So the next closest to California, still out in the middle of the Pacific, it's 40 cents a gallon cheaper in Hawaii. Amazing.
Now, we are told, I see reports, that energy prices across the board are going to go up significantly this winter. Is that accurate in your opinion?
Oh, without a doubt. You look at natural gas, which is what many are focusing on, Stuart, and many of the same issues that have set back oil production. Thinking here, Hurricane Ida a few weeks ago not only shut down Gulf of Mexico oil production to the loss of 35 million barrels of crude oil, but also a shutdown of gas production, that is natural gas production. And keep in mind that a lot of this natural gas is being produced by oil producers, shale producers, that are bringing oil to the surface. The benefit of that is they yield natural gas. But in many cases, those wells have been greatly slowed down, and that's leading to injections of natural gas that are far behind normal for this time of year. So absolutely, depending on what you're filling up with, especially heating oil and natural gas, will be much pricier this winter.
Patrick, we like to use you as an economic indicator. Last time you were here, you told us that the demand for gasoline had come down in each of the preceding 4 weeks. We took that as an indicator of a slight slowing in the economy. Is that downtrend in gas demand continuing?
It has. Last week, we slipped by a lesser than expected, probably about 0.1%, Stuart. So we're basically on par. Now, keep in mind, that trend will likely continue. We saw a Saturday that was about a 4% increase versus the prior Saturday. And some of this, of course, you have some of the fall travel taking place as the leaves start to change. You have sporting events on the weekends. But overall, I would expect those seasonal trends to continue to lead to a slow decline in gasoline consumption.
I live in New Jersey. I pay $3.20 a gallon at the moment for regular, right around the national average. You think I might be paying $4 a gallon by the end of the year? Is that possible?
Oh boy, well that would be that'd be a Grinch-style Christmas gift for you there. I'm hopeful, Stuart, that will go the other way, and hopefully by the end of the year we may get back under that $3 a gallon mark.
Really? Under $3 by the end of the year? Really?
We could get there. Now, keep in mind, a lot of this has to do with the way COVID is developing, but keep in mind, there's a lot of offices that have delayed the return to work. And so that's a lot of commuting demand on gasoline that isn't there this year. So we'll have to keep an eye on the numbers. But as long as gasoline demand continues to cool, and as long as we don't see another major hurricane target the area between Louisiana and Texas, which would affect oil and gasoline production, then we might get out of the woods okay.
Patrick, you should see the traffic in New York City. You should see the traffic in Boston.
Pretty ugly.
It's worse than what it was in 2019. They're coming back to work and driving back in. That's what's happening. Patrick Haan, always good. Thank you, sir. See you again soon.